And we're underway as the Voodoo lose the face-off to the Diablos, excuse me. And now Diablo sending in, and Merker with a little backhand attempt. Good read by Kerr. Hit his pad save. Diablo has it. Merker making the moves, takes another shot. That went a little wide, goes behind the net. Now Voodoo grab it. That was played with a high stick, so that's going to be blown down. And that'll give us a stop. So if you're just joining us at the beginning of the game, that was a moment of silence for number 22, Mike DeSoro. His daughter, unfortunately, sadly passed away a little under 2 weeks ago. So the moment of silence, both teams paying tribute to her. As Torrey Bratton now has it at the point for Diablo. Sends it across for DeSoro, who takes a shot. Hard shot. It was a good stop by Kerr. Keeps Diablo off the board. Now Voodoo bring it down to their end as they get around Paul Roberts. Ends up in the near corner here. Now Jonathan Rioja sends it back down for Roberts. Sent across for Bratton. Sends up for Tesoro. Gets it over for Rioja. Rioja making the moves, keeping it in the zone, gets it over to Tesoro again. He's at the top of the slot, throws one in and out of the glove of Kerr, and he dives out to get the stop. Keep Diablo off the board. And succeeds. 8:47 left in period number 1. Also, if you guys are just joining us, do not mind the title of this video. That was not my fault, and I can't fix it until after the stream has ended. So it's going to say that all day long, but we got all 6 games happening. This is number 2, so we have this and 4 more. There's some basic math for you. That's right, folks. I graduated 1st grade twice. That's the Voodoo. Logan McNeil takes a shot. It goes wide. As the Voodoo keep it in. Tellier had it for a moment for the Diablo, keeping him from going very far with it. Now Tuwara has it, sends it all the way down and across. That was deflected and goes into the corner. Diablos get some changes, no icing. Now Voodoo send it all the way down. That will be an icing. So we're just going to bring the face-off all the way back down here, and we're going to do it all over again. How's that for commentating? For those of you that don't know me, I like to have a little bit of fun with my commentary. I like to do stupid things, say stupid things. I also like to think that all that is on purpose, intentional. It's not. It's just who I am. As the Diablo send it up to the point in the neutral zone. Kept in, though. Now along the boards. Philip Turner. He gets it. Now wrist shot coming off the stick of Hayden Watts. And good stop by Kerr in net for Voodoo. And a slapper from the point does not get through. Voodoo pick it up. I believe that's McNeil. I think that's a 5. Yes, it is. All right. Some of these numbers, folks. I like the color differentiation this time, though. That's much better. And Diablo send it up. Oh, and just ahead of the play. Kromenacker couldn't get a stick on it. And then a wrist shot attempted by Jacob Allen goes wide of the net. Ends up in the boards for Bratton on Diablo. He sends it up for Fioca. And that is taken away from her. And then batted off the stick. Now here comes Rioja with all the speed. He loses it, though. And now here comes Kid Flash, I do believe. Wrist shot. Goes up and out of play. Hey, wait a minute. Yeah, Jordan Welborn. That's Kid Flash. If you didn't know, folks, that's Kid Flash. Voodoo win it the face-off. Wellborn with it. Sends it across for his defensive partner, Braden Spears, who sends it up. And that is out of the reach of Daniel. Will Daniel. Come to Bratton. Sends it across, and then it comes up to Sorrow, who sends it back to Bratton. A little bit of an assist by Kerry Williams. Sorrow picking it up in the corner for Diablo. And a wrist shot attempt from Rioja. Does not find the back of the net. But all the rebounds, Rioja gets it again and wrists one, and Wellborn stopped that one. And then he grabs it and puts on the Jets. And he gains the zone. Will Daniel's going to collect it. Sends it around. Bratton putting on her Jets. Wellborn just a couple steps faster. Centering pass. Does not get through. Someone. I can't see his numbers. There he is. 65. That's Paul Roberts, folks. If you didn't know that. What are you doing? You need to learn these names. Yeah. So the Voodoo walk it in. Center, and right on the doorstep was Jacob Allen. He just couldn't corral it, and when he did, his shot went wide. And Bratton stands up Daniel. And picked up. Along the point, it finds the clerk stick, and he wrists one, and Voodoo strike first. We'll get the official call momentarily. Unassisted, they say. Number 16, Garrett DeClerc. And Voodoo on the board first with 5:03 left in period number 1. And Diablo win the face-off, but Tawaras stripped of it by Caden King. Comes down, and now getting behind the play. Oh my, was Mitchell Zenik. He just couldn't get the shot off, ends up along the boards, comes up to the point, wristed towards the net, went wide. And Diablo will pick it up. Now Tyler Fensky with it. Fensk. All the way down, Voodoo with possession. Get it in the corner. Chipped ahead, kept in the zone. Good sliding play by Chris Roberts. And then the Voodoo will ice it. So Diablo will get some changes. We'll bring it all the way back down. Back down over here. As Diablo win the face-off by kicking it forward. The Voodoo take possession, if only just for a moment. Good moves made by Philip Turner. He brings it in. Fioka now throws one towards the net. That's warded off by Ethan Sullivan. And then battled for in the corner. Fioka picks it up behind the net, runs it over into the corner. Comes all the way back around. And King sends it back for Sullivan, who rims it around the net, and then sent all the way back up for King. Goes straight through him, but he puts on some Jets. Battle of the Sevens. 7 wins it, and a sliding play prevents King from getting the shot off. Not sure who slid. I think that was Hayden Watts, 89. Yeah, Hayden Watts. Now I can read. As Watts sends it hard up the boards, all the way down, and icing it will be. And we'll bring it all the way back down here. Holy cow, folks, we got some chats in the chat. Well, hello there, people. What are you saying? What do we got? We got Lexi Wellborn cheering on Kid Flash from Enid, Oklahoma. That's right. That's what's up. Welcome. And Gwen D, way to go, Voodoo. That's right, Gwen. Way to go. Are looking good. 3 minutes, 18 seconds left in period number 1. If I could chat, I'd tell you guys, way to go you for chatting. But I can't. I can speak. That's all I can do. As the Voodoo center, oh my goodness, right on the doorstep was Hunter Guerra. I don't know how that didn't find the back of the net, but it didn't. Now Bratton's going to have it for Diablo. Sends it up for Tesoro. Along the boards, his pass does not get across. As Voodoo will take possession. Godfrey with it. Brings it in, gains the zone, regains the zone. Has it protected along the board. Centers. Torrey Bratton there, making sure that pass does not get through. And he tries to dump it, and it ends up in the bench. Making sure that they're awake. Dan Skimp, oh my goodness, coming to see me? What? What did I do to deserve such a special treat, sir? It's been a good minute since we've seen each other, though. That's the truth. That is the truth. Looking forward to it, sir. As Diablo win the face-off back, Turner sends it over to Bratton. She'll lob it ahead for Tesoro. And then O'Brien bats it off the stick. Ends up down in the zone. Drop back, McNeil with a shot. Good stop by Williams. Now Turner sends it behind the net for Bratton. She sends it up the board. So it's going to get picked up by Rioja, who sends it right back down. Finds Turner on the far corner. And he protects it as he is pressured by the Voodoo. And they lob it all the way back down. And Bratton blocking the shot goes up into the ceiling off Godfrey's stick. That'll be another faceoff. Minute 48 seconds left in period number 1. Score, if you can't look up at the the top left corner of your screen, is 1-0. See, the nice thing is that I don't have to say that because it's on the screen now, but I do, because maybe some of you guys can't see it. I don't know. I'm not disability shaming or anything. I'm just trying to help you out regardless. That's all. As Williams gets the glove down and gets another stop. Some shenanigans were happening off camera. That was some weird stuff to see. I'd tell you what it was, but it's not going to do it any justice because it wasn't on camera. And it couldn't have been on camera because by the time I would have been able to swing the camera over there, it would have been over. As Diablo win the face-off, slobbed up, Tuara gets to it off the boards. Maybe not. As the Voodoo take it away. And now back to Tuara it goes. He gains the zone and loses it. Comes back. Now Tellier sends it across. That's going to be picked up by Polomarenko. Drops it back. Wrist shot taken. Goes through. Fensk looking for a tip. Did not find it. It ends up in the corner. Voodoo come back up with possession. McNeil's going to get it in the corner. Is that McNeil? Maybe not. That might be Weldon. Brody Weldon. 6 and 5. That's a 6. So Weldon it was. Doesn't matter now because Will Daniels got it, folks. Watch out for him. Poked off his stick. He gets right back to it, though. Gets it out of the zone, but Diablo will retake possession. And Wellborn stood him up. He's holding his ankle. That might not be good. Play goes on. No whistle. And then no whistle now. And we'll see what's going on. As Tyler Fensky. Sorry if I'm saying it wrong. Gingerly takes himself off the ring. And we'll do a face-off at center. Jenny Kerr says, just had dinner delivered to watch that Kerr kid. Well, that's awesome. Are you here or are you watching somewhere from else? Because I'm sure if you had dinner delivered here to watch the Kerr kid and he watched you eat the dinner, I don't think he'd like that very much. As Merker sends it back down for Fioca. Diablo putting one up, 14 seconds left in the period. Comes back up to the point. Wrist shot taken, it was going wide, batted down. Wellborn sends it up. Kept in the zone, 3 seconds left. Pinned on the boards. As Mitchell Zenik gets it out, and that is the end. As period number 2 is underway, Diablo come with it off the faceoff, but only for a moment, and then it goes to the Voodoo, and then the Diablo take it right back, and then it rolls towards the net. And Aiden Kerr's going to slow it down. Voodoo's going to take possession for sure this time. And they got it, and they gain it. And that's the zone, as it were. As DeClercq dumps it in and goes behind the net, that's going to get picked up by Zenik. Sends back, goes through DeClercq. And Diablo's going to get to it. Torrey Bratton with it, sends it across for Mike Tesoro. Goes right through him, though. So Voodoo could not keep the zone. Tesoro pressuring, battling with Zenik. And Zenik sends it around. Up the boards. And Diablo, Bratton gets it back, batted off of Burgess' stick. Voodoo retake possession. Caden King drops it back. Wrist shot taken, goes wide of the net, ends up on the near boards on the corner here. And Diablo making the chippy moves and putting on the Jets is Polomarenko. He gets it right in front of the crease. Nobody there, though. And Kerr just sticks it aside into the corner. Centering pass did not find its way through. And my goodness, Hunter Guerra looking to get a breakaway on that. Did not. And the ball hits the ref, lands dead on the boards. Diablo sends it up, goes right through Polomarenko. And Voodoo Sullivan picks it up, rims it hard around the boards. Finding a Hunter triplet waiting for it. That's number 4. Hunter triplet, number 4. I feel like that's a missed opportunity, Hunter. Why didn't you take number 3? It would have been so awesome. I don't see a number 3 on your roster. As the Diablo ice it. Bring it right back down here. So I think we need to start a petition now. Hunter triplet needs to be number 3, not number 4. That's just silly. That's just silly. All right, we got people tying their shoes, folks. That's what I like to see. Tie them shoes. You will die if you don't. Well, maybe not, but you might. Christy says, yes, my nephew, but he would also kill me if you yelled. Well, let's not get people killed by me yelling, all right? That's no good. That's no good at all. As Diablo, oh, taking a shot. King with a block, though, preventing Kromenacker from getting any potential scoring chances there. Centering pass, oh my goodness! And another one for the Voodoo. As Chris Roberts on Diablo couldn't corral the ball, it went right through him, and I'm not sure who got the score. It might have been King. We're going to find out. But in the meantime, let's put another one up on the board.
87 from 7.
All right. So that was scored by Hunter Guerra, number 87, assisted by Caden King, number 7. All right. So your score is 2-0 Voodoo, as they win the faceoff. Diablo taking it, though. They'll dump it down, dump it in. Send it around, up the boards. Godfrey there waiting for it.
Behind, John.
And hard across. Merker read the play well, though. Keeps it away and out of the zone. Sends it ahead, picked up by Turner. He sends it across for Kromenacker. Kromenacker drops it back for Bratton at the red line. She takes a shot. That didn't make it. As Logan McNeil picks it up for Voodoo. And Godfrey gets to it. Battled by Bratton. Sauce pass. Up and over. Against the boards. Godfrey now. Slaps one. Comes right back to him. Gets it around Bratton. And ooh, looking to bury it was Guerra. He just couldn't get it. Now Merker battling to make sure another shot does not get off, and it goes up into the ceiling, and that's another stoppage. 6:50 left in period number 2. Kristen Kennedy, that's my boy. Gwen D, laugh out loud at Christy. Bart Parker, that was an interesting shot, wasn't it?
87.
Oh, that did not end up in the ceiling. We got a penalty, folks. That'll be a high sticking call against Hunter Guerra. So the first power play of the day, actually, not just our game, this game, of the day, belongs to the Diablo. 90 seconds.
Got it, 5:20, clock's right here for you. 5:20? All right. I got it. Just have one of your guys hit the door. I can't get there. I got it. Professional.
As Diablo come up with it off the face-off, comes over off the boards to Bratton. Bratton sending it down for Rioja. Rioja centering for Fioca. She couldn't get the shot. Comes up to the point for Tesoro. Tesoro gets it over for Bratton. Bratton all the way to Fioca. Back to Tesoro. Fakes the slapper. Back to Bratton, who takes one. And that doesn't get through as that shot was read well by Spears. And he's making the moves, bringing it in, looking for a shorty. Takes the shot. Blocker save up into the ceiling. Good stop by Williams.
Hey, good work, boys. Good
As
work.
Spears doing it all on his own. .617 left. Just under a minute left in the power play.
56.
As Tesoro wins the face-off back for Diablo, Tesoro sends it around the boards. That'll get picked up by Fensk or Fensky. Either way, Polomarenko with it now for Diablo. Voodoo trying to take it. Sends it off the boards. Now Spears will take it for the Voodoo, and then he loses it. Goes behind the net. Wellborn, though, gets to it. And that is Jordan Wellborn, as there are two Wellborns on this team. I'm not sure if they're related. And 72 with a shot for Diablo. That's Vinsk. And that was absorbed by Kerr. 22 seconds left in the power play.
20 seconds. I got 20. 5:20 is when he comes out.
And tie up off the face-off. Voodoo's going to come up with it. Wellborn clears it all the way down. And Bratton gets it over to Tesoro, putting on some jets. Gets it to Polomarenko. Gains the zone, drops it back to Wara. Back to Polomarenko. He takes the shot, and that was deflected over to the corner. Bratton, or into the board, excuse me. Bratton sends it over, goes through Polomarenko. Full strength, by the way. Power play is over. Full strength on the Voodoo. As Will Daniel now sends it up. We got a 3-on-1. Sent across for Godfrey. Goes right through him. Couldn't get the shot. No longer a 3-on-1. Right on the doorstep, though. Wellborn couldn't get to it fast enough. That's weird for me to say, as he normally gets to everything too fast. Just saying. Came out of the zone. They tag up. And they put a shot on the ground that falls right in front of Williams, and it stayed there. They poked it free. I'm not sure who got it, but everybody dancing. So I don't know. We'll find out in just a moment. All right, we got it officially now. That was scored by number 23, Colton Johnson. Assisted by number 2, Jacob Allen. As Matthew Reyes is saying the Voodoo can't score anymore because 3's not for him. Well, sir, you missed my whole tangent about the number 3 earlier. Hunter Triplett. He's number 4 on the Voodoo. The 3 must not be for him either. But I feel like with the name Triplett, the number should be 3. Missed opportunity. Anyway, Allen, protecting that ball well. But it was eventually taken away by Diablo as it rolls through Ashton James on the Voodoo. Comes out. Diablo retake possession. Tellier up the boards. Also comes back out. Voodoo retakes possession, though, as O'Brien sends it over. And picked off. Tellier. Now Allen sends it up. O'Brien battling with Kromenacker. Voodoo still have it. Sends it up. Diablo get a couple changes. And it's sent somewhere. I lost it. There it is. As the Clerk has it, trying to center. He is pressured by all the Voodoo. Sent up to the point. It's Hayden Watts. Sends it over. Turner turns and wrists one, goes wide. Kromenacker. Let Watts get to it, send it down low. Fioca battling for it. Got a little tripped up, no call. Sends it up to the point. Roberts with a shot. Blocked by Allen, but kept in. And then batted out. Kept in by Hayden Watts. Good play, gets it to Fioca. She centers. Sticks all tied up. No shot taken. And then a hard slapper by Ty Burge. Stopped by Aiden Kerr. Then he'll fall on top of it to get that whistle with 2:54 left in period number 2. Score is 3-0.
Good defense, Jacob.
Voodoo. There's a design flaw with my tripod here. I'm not very appreciative of it. Hey, look. I just told you the score. Maybe I should correct it. There we go. Sorry about that, folks. Look, it's a new thing for me. I'm going to forget a lot. It happens. Got a lot going on. As Bratton kind of fanned on her shot there. Backhanded, wide open net. And that gets Diablo on the board. Jonathan Rioja giving Diablo their first. We'll see who gets the assist on that, as I wasn't sure. All right, number 91, Jonathan Rioja with the goal, assisted by Ty Burge, number 13. 2:44 left in period number 2. As the Voodoo take it off the face-off. Ethan Sullivan sends it up the boards. Found by King, brings it in, sending across. And got caught up in the feet. As Bratton sends it up for Tuora. Tuora's got a little bit of space. He takes a slapper from the red line, goes wide of the net. Rolls out, picked up though by Polomarenko. He sends it up for Roberts. Roberts. And then it rolls wide of the net. In the corner now, Tuora battles, sends it around. Picked up by Fence, back to Tuora, centering, stick the side behind the net, and then pinned to the side of the net by Kerr. So that'll give a stop. And another face-off with 1:55 left. Matthew Reyes says, nice feed, Sid. You know, if you don't know what that means in hockey, that's a weird thing to say, man. That's a weird thing to say. You can say that with just about any sports terminology, so. Specific sports terminology. As Diablo with a shot. And Stephen Roberts goes right into the glove of Kerr. And that's another stop. .150 left in period number 2. As the Voodoo win the faceoff. It is lobbed up and out and down by the Voodoo. And that'll be an icing. So we'll bring it all the way back over here.
Good idea. It's a little softer.
Matthew Reyes asking, how do you think we got here? I don't know. I drove. It's a long drive. Not as long as the majority of people in this room. I understand that in this building. I'm very understanding of that. Doesn't make my drive any less long. They just had longer. I get it. I understand. I'm not, you know, nobody's complaint is bigger than the others. Just simply stating, long drive. That's all. Calm down. Dang. Some people might have flown. There's a shot off the face-off, right after the face-off, goes off the side of the net. Diablo pick it up behind the net. Centering, nobody there. Voodoo with it now. Zenik gains the zone. He's got King crashing the net. He drops it back. The Clerk. Puts it back to him. Diablo. Taking possession and batting it out of the zone. And that's going to get picked up by Braden Spears. Spearsy, as I was informed earlier.
1 minute, boys.
And clarified just to make sure there wasn't just some random dude nicknamed Spearsy. Because that would be weird. But we already went over that. If you want to hear it, rewind. As Diablos send it across. Get it out. Take a slapper. And they're saying that's a goal. It looked like it hit the inside of the post, but I'm not sure. The Voodoo say it hit the outside. That's a tough call, folks. All my cameras are over here. There ain't none in the goal. Refs are going to talk. Ref saying good goal. So that's number 2 from Diablo. We're going to see who got it. What was that? Who did the what now? I think he said 13. All right. Ty Burge, number 13 with the goal. Assisted by Ryan Merker, number 2. So that brings Diablo within 1. Tesoro with it now. 30 seconds left in the period. Fioca picks it up off the boards. Throws it ahead. Finds Burge. Voodoo. Taking it. And away they go with it. Walking in. Poked aside by Roberts. Making all the moves is Guerra. He has it trapped along the side of the net. Taken away by Roberts. He's hobbling a little bit. Looks like he might have taken a stick. They pin it along the boards. 3 seconds left. Backhand. And period number 3 is underway as the Voodoo win the faceoff, but Fioca says no. Takes it back for Diablo, and then Diablo go off sides. And that brings a stoppage. So we'll do another faceoff. Jamie Donnelly, you're doing a great job. Well, thank you, Jamie. I appreciate that. And Diablo win the faceoff, and Voodoo say no. And put on the Jets, Will Daniel. But it comes up for Bratton. Along the boards, she protects. Daniel pressuring. She sends it back for Roberts. Roberts makes a move, sends it back for Bratton. She lobs it up into the ceiling. And that's a stop and a new faceoff. 9:31 left in period number 3. Did I change that? I did. Look at me go. Good job, Chris. The score's right, the period's right. My gosh. Once I get all this down and I don't have mistakes anymore, then maybe we'll see about adding the clock. Yeah, that ain't ever gonna happen. Sorry, folks. No clock. As Polomarenko puts on the Jets, gains his own for Voodoo, takes a slapper, looking for a tip from Sid, does not succeed, and by Sid, I mean Fioka. As the Voodoo regained the zone, poked ahead, picked up by Weldon of the Brody variety. I was misreading his name earlier. Was I really? Man, I was saying some wrong stuff. I'm sorry, folks. As Voodoo sent it down, and that'll be an icing. What do you got here? What was I saying? I was saying there was 2 Wellborns. There's not. There's only the one. Kid Flash. That's it. For some reason, I thought Brody Weldon also said Wellborn. See, as you get older, folks, dyslexia starts sinking in, and you can't do nothing about it. You just say wrong stuff until you realize, oops. And then the most you can do is apologize. So my apologies. I will do better from now on. As the Voodoo win the face-off, they send it up the boards. Allen picks it up and sends it across, dumps it in. Tellier's going to get to it for Diablo. Sends it up the boards, kind of. Back down the boards, and Voodoo take it back. Who was that? I think that's Will Daniel. And centering pass. Attempted. Did not make it. Ends up in the corner. Diablo with it. Sending it across. Voodoo will take it back. 8:15 left in period number 3. As the Voodoo come up with it. Daniel now gains his own. And then batted off his stick by Steven Roberts. And sent ahead. And Philip Turner doing a good job. Sends it up for Tesoro, who wrists one. Oh, and that is in. Looks like it hit the wrist of Aiden Kerr. Good stop by Kerr. Tesoro definitely looking to bury one. Sent down, and Hunter Triplett, number 4. Sends it around. Chipped out. Putting on all the Jets. Diablo sends it ahead. And Voodoo sends it right back. Tried to pass it across. Did not succeed. Now Rioja says yeehaw. Brings it in. Wrists one. I'm not sure if Kerr got a piece of that and stick to the side or not, but Tesoro wristed one on net. Kerr definitely got that one. Slammed his glove down as that hit him square in the chest. Or round in the chest. Because it's a ball. I don't know. Gwendy. One is well done, and one is well born. And good job, Kurt. All right. Yes, thank you. I got that now. I did not have it earlier. Words, you know. Some of us are good with them. I am not. And yet they have me doing this. What can I say? I don't know. As the Voodoo send it up, send it down. Zenick gets to it, drops it back, goes through the feet, and out of the zone it goes. Voodoo need to tag up. Now here's Triplett, dropping it off, sent back down to him in the corner. Diablos tie it up. Send it up. Polomarenko now with it. He sends it across for Tawara. Sends it ahead. Goes, I think it got to Fioka. And Polomarenko down in the corner with it. Literally. And kicked ahead behind the net. Over to Fioka. She walks it into the dot. Takes the shot. And that squirted through Kerr. I believe that's Fioka's goal. I'm not sure if there was a tip from Tawara or not. We'll find out. But that's a tie, as your score is now 3-3. We'll find out. Mr. Riley Spencer, as he slowly walks his way over. All right, so yes, that was scored by number 11, Sydney Fioka, assisted by number 88, Shane Polomarenko. We got a new hockey game, folks. 6:09 left in period 3. And my scoreboard's correct. As it comes out for Tellier. Gets it ahead. Tuora. Battling all along the board. Sends it ahead for Fioca. She'll dump it in. Rolls around the net. As Wellborn with it now. Wellborn. Jordan Wellborn. Kid Flash, as I call him. Sends it over. And Voodoo bring it back in. Picked up by Spears. Spearsy as he rolls one on net. And it's loose behind the net. And Spears still's got it. Centering. Batted out of harm's way by Williams. And Diablo pick it back up. Send it up. Wellborn keeps it in. Merker bats it out. Wellborn sends it down. No icing. Wellborn, look at that kid go, man. Kid Flash all the white. And set up to the point. Slap shot taken and blocked. Godfrey stepped into it and lobbed up, not out. Brought back down. Diablo with it. Wrist one on net. Sticked aside by Kerr. That's Hayden Watts, by the way. He's got it in the corner. Sends it up to the point. Slap shot taken. Kromenacker. Good stop by Kerr. Again, Wellborn now. Stood up by Tesoro. At the blue line, he gains the zone. Sending it across. And over, Godfrey gets to it. Off all the feets, though. Now, here comes the Voodoo, putting on the Jets of Spearsy. He's got it. Center's looking for, I think that's Guerra. All the way back down. That will be an icing on Diablo, so we'll bring it right back down here. 4:20 left in period 3, folks. That is not an invitation, as Texas, I do believe, has banned THC. Or, well, they passed the bill. I think it needs to be signed. Not to get into any political discussions or anything. The point of the story is it's banned. Matt Reyes says, great shift, Mike. Does he do the triplet deke? Nice shot, Sid. The triplet deke. You mean the triple deke? No, because he's not wearing number 3. And good man on continuing the conversation from literally a half an hour ago. As Tesoro has it now for Diablo. He'll lob it up into the netting. Diablo sends it down. They'll get a change. That'll get picked up by Ashton James for the Voodoo. And he'll get stood up by Rioja, who gets to it in the corner. They'll battle. It's pinned. 3:50 left in the period. And comes out. Ty Burge had it for a moment, then he loses it. DeClerc with it for the Voodoo. Brings it in. King with it. Takes a shot. Wristed wide. Diablo player wanted to change. Thought hitting the boards in front of the camera would help get his team's attention. I'm not sure it worked. Got mine, though. And the Voodoo off the wall. Pass attempt interrupted. And then it's sent all the way down for another icing. So that gives us another face-off. All the way down on the other end. What's happening? Hold on. I got this, folks. Wow. Trying to adjust a tripod with one hand is not good. I had no choice, otherwise I wouldn't have. Just stating. 3:14 left in the third period. Score is 3-3. That's a lot of threes. We'll see if that ends shortly, as Bratton couldn't get it out. Kept in by Voodoo. Behind the net, Voodoo take it. Along the boards, Voodoo have it. They'll dump it back. King with it. Goes through him. But he puts on some jets, get past Bratton. And up the boards. And Bratton takes it away, lobs it up. And that is kept in by O'Brien, sent back down. Comes over here to the near boards, near corner. Roberts pressuring. Zenik for Voodoo. Loses it. Tuora chips it around. Puts on some jets. And that's sent further by O'Brien. Fioca picks it back up, sends it up to the point. Backhand attempt. Blocked. Second one. It's loose. And then finally gets pinned against the goalie's pad, and that's a stop. 2 2:18 now left. Voodoo win the face-off. Comes up to the point through Diablos, sent across. And picked back up by Will Daniel. Godfrey sends it across. And ahead for Wellborn. A little miscommunication between the Voodoo there. Diablo lob it up. That is gloved down, though, kept in by Spears. Roberts. Is it ahead? Lob forward. Pops all the sticks. Wellborn read it well, though. Walks it in. Blocker saved by Williams. Ends up in the corner. Wellborn's going to get back to it. Send it hard around. Will come up for Will Daniel. And sent back over. Guerra. Got it in the corner. Centering pass. Only players there were Diablo, though. They'll get to it. Godfrey took a little bit of a spill. Sent ahead for Merker, who risks one. Stick to side, kind of, by Kerr. And sent ahead. All the way down. Guerra gets to it. Sends it up. And lobbed up and out of play. That's a stop. With 1 minute and 4 seconds left. We might be going to our first overtime of the day, folks. Let's see, we're going to move the face-off over here. Fioka sends it up. Looking for Watts. He gets to it, making moves though. Wellborn with a good stick. Gets it in and he'll battle Yoha. And he'll win that battle. Sent ahead. Guerra has it now. Taken away. Tesoro with it for a moment. Comes up for Rioja. He's getting stood up. Now Fioka drops it back for Tesoro. He'll lob one down into the corner. Rioja picks it up, battles with Wellborn. Wins the battle, tries to center. Godfrey there. Takes it away for the Voodoo. Putting on his jets, squirts out. And chipped in. Hayden Watts gets to it. 9 seconds left. Send it ahead. Godfrey now takes the shot. So goes wide of the net. And that'll be the end of period. And we are underway in overtime as the Voodoo win the faceoff. However, Bratton has it for Diablo. Gets it ahead, walking in, wristing one. Shot came from Tyler Fensk. That was sticked into the corner by Kerr. Now here comes Spears. Gains the zone. Keeps the zone. Walks it in, backhand attempt. Good stop by Williams. Finds himself out of position, though. And that is iced by Diablo. Probably a good icing, as the goalie was struggling to get back into position. As is my camera. I don't know why I laughed. Math Reyes says the 3 seashells is easier to understand. That's quite true. You don't know about the 3 seashells? Wish I could do his laugh. I just forgot his name, too. That guy, the annoying guy, in all those movies. Anyway, we were talking about Demolition Man. That's where that quote's from. But there's a hockey game going on, but that ball's pinned up against the boards. And it's going to roll right in front of the net. Oh, my goodness. Williams does good to slam down on top. Get that stop. Rob Schneider. Aha, it came to me. Nope, not even gonna try. I just annoyed the crap out of myself. Anyway. Both teams getting some changes. Or timeout. Probably getting changes too. We got a timeout. So we'll just chill here a little bit. I'll continue annoying myself. Probably you guys too. My apologies. Timeout has ended. And Voodoo come up with it off the face-off, making the moves, wristing the shot, goes wide, ends up into the corner. Diablo picks it up, sends it around the net to themselves. Hayden Wyatt's with it. Takes it up, sends ahead. Philip Turner, I think. Gains the zone, sends it all the way across. Picked up by Kromenacher. He'll throw one towards the net. Oh my goodness, I think that might have hit Wellborn's foot and went into the corner. Maybe. Back up to the point. Sent across, shot. Up into the netting. Play goes on. Wellborn with it now. Well, watch out for him, folks. Sends it across. Picked up by Will Daniel. Sent over for Zenik. He'll walk it all the way in. Taking the shot, it lies right in front. And a sliding play, defensive play, tripped up Zenik, and it looks like that's a penalty against Diablo, unfortunately, so I believe we'll go 4-on-3 for the Voodoo. Let's see. That is a tripping penalty against Hayden Watts, number 89 on Diablo. So 4-on-3 we go with 3 minutes and 21 seconds left in the third period. That's a 90-second power play for the Voodoo. So if it goes to the end of the penalty, it will be 4-on-4 until the next whistle, then it goes back to 3-on-3. Because that's the fairest way to do it. There's Merker now with a good stick. Keeping the Voodoo from getting anything on that one. Sent ahead all the way down into the corner. Voodoo will take possession. Diablo coming back. Probably smart. Definitely want to focus on your defense as Spears sends it up for Daniel. He'll chip it down into the corner. Centers up to the point. Wellborn with a shot. Goes